Hey, welcome to your Scorpio horoscopes for the week of the 7th through the 13th of January. And it's all about money this week, specifically your relationship with your money. We have talked about this before, Scorpio, but what's interesting about this week is how we're basically kicking off the week with the moon leaving Scorpio. So leaving Scorpio by the end of the day, Sunday, but in opposition with Uranus right off the bat. And that opposition really emotionally calls you to look at your relationship with your finances, and specifically how a toxic financial relationship really has an effect on your actual financial relationship, your relationship with your money. We all have one, and most of the time, it's not a good one, you know? And we really need to have this thrown in our face so that we can see what it is that we're doing. And if we are smart and if we are honest about it, we see it for what it is, and we do whatever is necessary to fix it and change it. As we move into Monday, that influence is gone. And all we're left actually is with the influence of Pallas Athene, which is on our relationships, not so much our finances. That focus is still coming in, but Pallas Athene's influence is very strong around your relationships. With Pallas Athene being the warrior goddess, most of the Scorpios that I know are the type of people that if somebody says something to them or hurts their feelings or what have you, they get irritated about it, but they don't get like overly angry about it. When someone that they love is hurt, though, that's a different story. You see a side of that Scorpio that you did not expect would be there. It's like absolute rage. And the warrior goddess, she is going to fight like the mama bear she is. I'm actually going to use the term Mama Hulk because that's how I feel. I feel like I'm hulking out and, I'm going to turn green and pound somebody into the wall if they hurt one of my babies. This is what Pallas Athene's influence is all about. So I feel like there's two reasons that this is coming up for you guys. One, very important lesson that had to literally be beaten into me in order for me to accept it and understand it is that just because we love these people does not mean that we are allowed to fight their battles for them. If you're talking about minor children, that's a different story. I fought a lot of battles for my minor children, in some cases with them. Yes, it's true. But for the most part, I fought a lot of battles on their behalf. It's hard to let that go. Now that they're all adults and they're grown men and none of them need their mommies around fighting their battles for them, it's still hard for me to let that go. And our first initial reaction is you just move aside and let me take care of this. And that's just it's not good for them on so many levels. I'm talking about grown men. Grown men don't need their mommies out there fighting their battles for them. It just doesn't look good for them. The other reason is that they can't learn to fight for themselves if you're constantly intervening. So I feel like in this particular case, it's really important that yes, you feel it deeply, but work through that feeling in order to come up with a solution that maybe you can help with rather than trying to fight the battle for them. We also want to avoid putting ourselves in the situation of having all of this aggressive energy to go towards something only to find out, only to be told that we're not required to do that. I'm sorry, but I don't need you to do that. Then you're stuck with all this energy and it has no outlet and you don't know what to do with it. Work your way through it. It comes up And I just did this the other day. It came up. My initial reaction is find this person that hurt my baby and kill them. And then I have to tell myself, wait, I can't do that. Myself says, but I want to. I have to say, but I can't. We have this full on conversation. I start to feel the aggression melting away because there is nothing I can do about it. And I'm literally talking myself through the process until I calm myself down and put myself in a mindset of what can I do about this? I landed on nothing. Ask his grandparents to go be there with him and help him because that is the best thing that I can do. And sometimes it's literally the only thing that you can do. I feel this coming up once or twice, so it could be the same situation that at first is irritating to you, and then you're like, oh my gosh, that's it, I'm going. Again, totally get it. But when we can't do anything, we can't do anything. And that is very frustrating. That's why you need a process of working through that so that it doesn't become so frustrating that you can't deal with it anymore. So that's what I have for you guys this week. If you love your horoscopes, do consider sending a tip or donation through my coffee link, which is in the description of the video. I really appreciate that. I'm Melissa Bruce, the Heavy Metal Psychic. I will see you guys next week. And in the meantime, you guys can put that energy towards anything. So take that frustrated energy that you can't put in the direction that you want it in and put it into creating something awesome with it. That's what you can do with that energy. Make it a great week, and I will see you guys next week.